a moment and reflect on your daily lives. Do you have a pile of laundry? A sink full of dishes? Do you possibly have children that need you? Do you have a job to go to? Now, I want you to add to that the stress of obtaining a GED. According to DoSomething.org, a high school dropout is ineligible for 90% of jobs. That's a lot of jobs to not be able to apply for simply because you dropped out of high school. When you're in school, high school that is your job. That is your responsibility to make good grades, to do as you're told. And if you were to drop out of high school, you think, oh, I'll go back one day. But the chances are that's not likely to happen. According to DoSomething.org, more than 1.3 million students drop out of high school every year. Out of those 1.3 million, less than half obtain a GED. Once you drop out of high school, as you get older, you start to think you're unworthy and you feel less than. You will get comfortable in not attending school, and you'll be in the workforce and you'll think, I've made it this far. Why do I need a GED? Why should I go back? I'm making it. I can keep doing this. DoSomething.org says that a high school graduate's lifetime income is 50% to 100% less than a high school graduate. That is poverty level. If you don't get a GED or a high school diploma, you're going to live in poverty. You will live paycheck to paycheck, struggling to make ends meet. When you are in high school, the only focus you have is school. You don't have to worry about being a parent. You don't have to worry about going to work unless you just work when you're out of school to help pay for your car note or car insurance. Going to high school can be a privilege as well. It can be fun. You can have prom. If you go and drop out, you don't get to enjoy the activities that most kids your age are enjoying. Finally, I cannot stress enough how tough it is to be an adult and try to obtain a GED. I can say this because I was that person. I pushed through and I made it. But the statistics are that most people don't. Most people get comfortable in their situation. Most people are okay with where they're at. The purpose of my speech has been to express to you how hard it can be as an adult to try and obtain a GED. Staying in high school is much easier. If I could just take a minute just to tell each and every teenager that is in high school on the days that they feel that it is tough and they can't do this anymore, I just would love to tell them, hang on, push through. It will be over soon. You will be happy that you completed something. When you complete high school, it is the first thing that you have truly and fulfilled in your life. A high school diploma makes you feel like you are somebody. It opens doors to many, many, many options. High school diplomas open the door to college. But the key thing is, if you drop out of high school, statistics show that you are less likely to go any further. That is where you go normally. Normally, you're okay, you're stagnant, you are fine with being where you are. But I will say this, it can be done, but I cannot stress enough that it is much better to stay in high school, enjoy your youth, and just stay right where it's at. The purpose of my speech has been to express all these things to you. Now, I would like for you to take a moment and think about that in this time that I have talked to you about students, teenagers especially, staying in high school and obtaining their diploma instead of thinking the easy route is better. Think of this. During this time, at least two high school students have dropped out and thought they would take the easy road, which is really the roughest. They will more than likely end up in poverty. And not only will they end up living paycheck to paycheck, if they have children, their children are going to suffer the consequences of their parents' choices. And it's more than likely that the cycle will go on. I would like to say that if you could just take your time and share what I have shared with you with someone that would change their future and their children's future, why wouldn't you want to do that?